Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I am your host, Jose Garza, and tonight I am joined by Trigger Che Parker and Jeffrey D. Lujan. D as in dog, D as in dildo, D as in delusional cowboy fan. And look at that mustachio on Trey. Holy crap.
That's why I wanted to hide my.
No Shave November died in the Parker household.
What the hell is this all about? Oh my god.
That's why I wanted to wait.
Jeff, get this man some shades. He's gonna arrest you for walking.
Don't say that's why I told you I wanted to wait because I wanted to see the reaction of it.
Oh my god.
What bet did you lose to make this happen?
None actually. So Kay, for those people that don't know, Kay's in both groups with us. It was his birthday, so we went out, and he wanted everybody dressed like Mike Ditka. So that was the thing.
Really? And y'all did it?
Yeah, most people did. Obviously, some of the guys shaved, but some of them didn't. And then the girls had monster. Let me see if I can find a picture.
Yeah, y'all didn't post a picture or nothing, right?
No, I think we were all. We were all pretty feeling it. So
yeah.
Holy shit!
One.
Wow.
I'm sweater Mike Ditka. And it's
it was so confusing because I'm like, yesterday I see your family photos and all this stuff, and now I see this.
Yeah, and then there was this one too. I'm trying to find the other one.
Do you feel a little breeze? Do you feel a little cold on your chin now? Like
it's definitely different for sure. I haven't done this in a while actually. And then that's the
damn, y'all really did it, huh?
Yeah, that was a family spot. It was fun.
Wow.
And we went to Southtown and closed it down, bro.
And when was this?
Saturday, right, man?
Saturday?
Yeah.
Damn. We were at a social spot on Saturday.
Oh, dang.
We barely missed you.
I didn't even think about talking to nobody. I just went out and had fun. I haven't done it in a while, so.
How does the wife feel about
He said, how's the wife feel about it? She goes.
Damn.
Well, I know whenever I shave, Viviana says I look like a fucking ball.
It's all good, dude. I shaved like fucking Friday night, Saturday morning, and it's already gone. Like my hair grows fast.
Well, the camera's not showing any of the growth, so
No.
it's all right. It's all right. Trey, you look like you could have dressed up as a cop, and you would have been convincing as hell. But anywho, guys, Trey's not the only one that shaved this weekend. Clearly, the Chiefs, their record, have shaved from 2 to 3 losses into the season, and Marco is panicking, as we saw in the text thread yesterday. The man cannot take an L. The man cannot accept the fact that his team is just failing because they're Super Bowl champions. And Jeff, the Super Bowl champions fell to the team they beat for the Super Bowl, the Eagles, and they lost at home at that. So besides Trey shaving off his beard and MVS not catching balls, what else is going on over there in the AFC West division?
Damn, so I think KC, they are really running into a problem. The receiver, obviously, they don't have any stout receivers. They have a bunch of fill-in receivers, and they can't get the job done. I heard a stat today that said that they haven't scored a second half touchdown since before Halloween. Damn. And you can tell the past 2 games for sure. You can, like, they start off hot, right? Especially the last game, they scored 2 touchdowns like on their first 2 drives. You can tell they're good on their first script, their first 15 plays. And then when the game gets into the trenches, they don't have answers, And yeah, they drop passes, but it's just so it's like the receivers know that they have to come up big and they just can't get it done. And the whole team's feeling the pressure. It's just too much pressure. Kelsey's fumbling in the red zone. Like it's just like they are, and of course they're they only have 3 losses. I mean, they're still with Patty and with that defense. That's the crazy part, right? They're usually the offensive team. Now their defense is like stout. I couldn't believe that first half how many times Hurts got fucking sacked. It was every time I was like, is that a replay? He was getting sacked every play, and for them just not to dominate that game to me was a little astonishing. But yeah, they're gonna. I don't know what they can do. They're getting to need a receiver in the offseason. I think they'll still go deep in the playoffs, but I don't think they'll be able to get the job done.
Trey, just looking at the Chiefs, obviously a team in your division. Your team recently just beat them 3 weeks ago, and now this is the 3rd straight week where they can't score in the second half for shit. First against the Broncos, we can give them the excuse Mahomes was sick, whatever. The next week, you go to a freaking Germany and you don't score in the second half against the Dolphins, which makes the game a lot more closer than it's supposed to be after you started blowing them out, in the first half. And then the same thing, you have a 17-7 lead in the first half against the Eagles, but then at the end, you still only score those 17 points total, 0 in the second half. So what's going on with those champions? They're no longer looking like champions.
Well, I mean, you kind of said it perfectly too, and I like some of Jeff's points. The biggest issue, you can make an excuse for the Broncos that, like you said, Mahomes was sick. Hell, you can make an excuse, not this past week, but the week before when they were in London because they had a short week type deal, jet lag, whatever you want to call it. But what's the excuse now? They were at home with a ridiculous crowd.
After a bye.
Crazy. After a bye, exactly. And you still lose. And like you said, you go up 17-7 at halftime against a really good team. You might have a little bit of problems with that. For sure.
The Broncos upset too.
He's trying to talk.
Tell me how you really feel, Jack.
And his heart is beating fast as hell right now.
About to cut you off.
Yeah. Go see mommy.
But no, man. I mean, I think it's crazy because we know how awesome Patrick Mahomes can be, how awesome Travis Kelce is, how brilliant Andy Reid is, and this team, it seems like they're not even ready for the postseason. They're not ready with anything. Their guys are dropping the ball. MVS has a fucking step on the defender, has a touchdown, a game-winning touchdown, and he drops the ball. He slips up. We see, God, who was it? Watson fucking missing catches on
Kelce fumbles.
Kelsey's dropping it, fumbling. Uncharacteristic.
That's the crazy part too, right? Like I know, and I know Marco is like mainly a Mahomes person, but he is a Chiefs fan. But it's not, it's not his fault. Like Jeff said, it's not the D's fault. It's just they can only go to Pacheco so much, and they don't have it cut out right now. Now Rashid Rice is okay, he's nice, but you have nobody besides Kelce, and that's where they fucked up.
Oh, Watson has been was like the guy that he was favoriting yesterday. Kadarius Toney's, to me, still kind of the doghouse. Obviously, he's a good punt returner because he was doing some moves there that was putting him in good positions. But
even that, dude, they had great field position all game pretty much and didn't do anything.
And remember too, they did have that interception on Jalen Hurts too, and they didn't get to really capitalize on anything there. So I don't know what's going on with them now. I will say though, the Eagles 9-1 now, showing a lot of grit all season long. Yes, the games have been closer against bad teams and all this stuff. But what did I tell y'all before the season started? That doesn't matter, bro, because this team has that pain of losing the Super Bowl. They want it badly. This is not an unorganized team. Like, no offense, the Bills, right? They want it a little more. They're talking the right talk. They're moving forward. And I know some people, including Alex, who was supposed to be on, he was like, hey, no, the Eagles are going to struggle. I think by the week 10, week 11, they'll be 5-5. Like, they're not going to have no, dude, like you're thinking of the wrong team. Like, yes, they're going to have a harder schedule, but look at it in this hard schedule, 9-1, their one losses to the freaking Zach Wilson-led Jets. And where's Zach Wilson now? He's on the bench. You know what I mean? So I like what we're seeing from the Eagles. I like what I see from them. For the most part, obviously the secondary is still tricky, right? They still give up a lot of yardage. They bend a lot, not break so much. But I like what the Eagles are doing. Obviously, they're the favorites right now overall because, 9-1.
Yeah, it's a great record.
Jeff, how does that make you feel? I know they're a division rival for you.
Yeah. I'm real impressed by the Eagles with, like you said, their grit, their determination, their focused. And it kind of reminds me of the 2014 San Antonio Spurs, lost a heartbreaker, and it looks like they're trying to get the job done, right? And it's weird, right? Because they haven't really played that dominating football like last year, but yet they're 9-1, 9-1 or 8-1. 9-1. And it's crazy because they've won a lot of ugly games this year, a lot of them, and they just find a way to win. They're very good. They, they had 3 running backs last year. They went to Swift this year, and he's like, man, he looks so fast. that was a good move for them to get Swift. So they have pretty much a complete team. Sometimes they're underperforming, right? Because they have Smith and Brown, and sometimes you're like, why aren't y'all doing anything? Like what's going on? But they're still winning games. Their production, I guess, isn't as high, but they're getting the job done. They're playing smart football. That one pick that Hurts threw, man, like if he had a second more, that would have been a touchdown. But he threw the route that the receiver was supposed to run, and it got picked. But the receiver saw something open. But yeah, like Hurts
he beat
didn't
his
have the
man.
time.
He beat his man, and he had the touchdown pass ready. But Hurts thinking of just the play itself, not the fact that AJ got himself wide open. He threw what was planned. But in the end, they did grit out a win. Neither quarterback was as spectacular as they normally were, not even as far as what the Super Bowl game was last year, because they both threw under 200. Hell, I think for the most part, I think until that beautiful pass from Hurts to Smith right at the one, I don't think freaking Hurts at the time had 100 yards passing.
Yeah,
that was the fourth quarter, so that shit was right there. And obviously they, tush push, brotherly love, the brotherly shove, they get it all the way in. Touchdown, they lead, they win the game. Jeff, who really is the top contender in the NFC to stop them right now?
Well, like me and Alex were talking on the pod, we talked about it before. To me, in the NFC, there's 4 teams that have a chance, right? And even though Philly is, the leader of the pack, I think it's pretty even, right? You've had Detroit, who's 8-2. It's the first time since 1960, and they look like a legit team. Any old Detroit team would have lost that game on Sunday. They found a way to win. Goff had 3 interceptions, having a horrible game.
Right. Terrible
comes
game.
in the fourth quarter and gets the job done. So, of course, you got the Cowboys, who were right there with Philly. They were right there in the red zone, able to beat Philly. And so the Cowboys they're going to be right there. Philly's going to have to starve them off, or San Francisco's going to have to beat them. San Francisco came back alive. They've been fighting through injuries, and you can see San Francisco, it looks like a team that needs everybody healthy just to be, is like dominating or nothing, right? They need Debo healthy.
I think if they're without Trent Williams, like those 3 games that they lost, if they're without Trent Williams, San Francisco is not going to go as far as.
Well, they didn't give Purdy time in the pocket, and that's where he's great.
And C-Mac has been hurt a little bit. It seemed like they've been fighting through injuries, and that Trent Williams was probably the biggest one out of all the star-studded names. And but if they're healthy, they're going to be there. So to me, even though Philly is 9-1, I don't think you can say, they're going to make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's a clear shot. Yeah,
I think it's going to come down to those 4 teams, and it's going to be some exciting football. Those 4 teams are all pretty well balanced. It's good. I can't say who's going to make the Super Bowl out of those 4.
No, for sure. I mean, it makes total sense. I mean, Trey, we're looking at great teams coming out still. The Ravens get their win, and they're now the leading team in the AFC.
Yep.
AFC is still compact. There's a chance where the Broncos could make the playoffs. There's a chance where the Browns, even without a real quarterback, maybe Joe Flacco, if they decide to start him in a few weeks, maybe they can make the playoffs and select that. The Steelers, they just fired Matt Canada, and now they're trying to see how far they can go with Kenny Pickett. And AFC's up in the air. I mean, there's so much football still to go. We have 6 more weeks. Hell, we got 4 games this week in the middle of the week. 3 on Thanksgiving, 1 on Black Friday, and then on Sunday and Monday. Dude,
also, is that a new thing? I don't ever remember Black Friday. Okay. I was like, dude, I don't ever remember a game on Friday, and I saw that today, and I was like,
I think it was part of the deal with Amazon, because Amazon
was smart, though. That's smart.
Amazon's left out of the Thanksgiving games, but hey, Black Friday, people
we'll give you this game. Yeah, that makes sense. Because they would lose that entire day. That's right.
Yeah, so a lot of things are going to happen this week. Before we go into what me and you were talking about, Trey, let's go ahead and just throw out predictions right now for this week, week 12.
Nice.
I mean, we got. I've sent out the text yesterday. Hell, I'll bring it up again on where we are in our pick'ems. So, I mean, pick'ems is close. Well,
it is pretty close. I'm not
on the top. It's close. Jeff,
you and Alex are at the bottom, but hey, Marco's catching up to y'all. I mean, falling down swiftly, but y'all are getting there. So, to recap for the people who enjoy pick'ems, our pick'ems at least, Alex and Jeff are tied in 5th place technically for 94 and 70 record. Not bad. It's 11 weeks in. Cool. Marco's ahead of them by 2 points, 96-68. Me and James tied for second at 104 and 60, and then Trey is still leading the pack at 108.56. That
Should
mustache
be 155, but whatever.
Oh my God, this man still wants to believe that he claimed the Chiefs would win.
I do. You want to see my record on my actual pick'ems?
Or
955.
do you want me to show the text of where you sent me that the Dolphins would win? Exactly. Thank you for answering that one.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It's all good.
All right. Well, Thursday we start Thanksgiving with Packers at Lions. I'm going to go first. I'll say Lions win in Ford Field, even though it could be a trick game because it's a division rival.
For sure. I'm going Lions as well. Yeah, division is always fun, right? It always makes like, for example, Broncos and Chiefs. We should have got our butts reamed, but we won. So I'm going to go Lions as well.
Yeah, I got Lions. Green Bay probably will make it competitive, especially after that dogfight the Lions were in this past week. Green Bay, they're off 1 week, they're on 1 week. I think they had a good game this past week. So yeah, Lions are
and Aaron Jones is out too.
He's out. Dang.
Yeah. So real quick before we move on to the next one, do they cover the spread? They're minus 7.5 favorites.
Oof.
Do they cover that?
Damn, that's tough, bro.
The division rival? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say they win by 7.
You going the under?
I'm saying I think I don't think they cover. I think they win by 7.
I think they cover. I actually do. I think they will for some reason.
Yeah, I'll say, man, that's a hard one. It's a short week, but they're playing in Detroit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then I think Green Bay plays a lot better at home with that young team or that young quarterback. I'll say they cover. But I don't feel too confident with it.
I think.
and just for context, in week 4, when they first played in Green Bay, the Lions beat the Packers 34-20. So they did cover then and some. So but of course, middle of the season, we saw how much bad Jared Goff played this weekend against the Bears.
True.
And you can say the Packers is a better team than the Packers. So, or the Packers are better than Bears.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Cowboys are 11-point favorites against the Commanders. Cowboys win and they cover.
I'm probably saying the same thing. Yeah.
Cowboys win, but Washington is a team.
Washington, they're not sleepy, man.
They're that team that every time I pick them to win, they lose, and then the next week I pick them to lose and they win.
You're right.
And it is a divisional game. But they lost to the Giants, man. The Cowboys are gonna win that.
Fun stat for you, Jeff. Cowboys are undefeated at home this season.
Damn.
So and right now, when they're playing teams that are basically 500 and under, they have the most point differential, right?
Oh yeah.
So they kick ass when it's those shitty teams.
Yeah, they love the pad stats. I was talking about that with my cousin today. They love the pad stats, man. When they play horrible teams, they just run up the score.
Hey, there's one league I'm in, and I think I told y'all. Somebody dropped Dak Prescott.
Wow.
Right early, like when they were after the Niners loss, and after that, that's when he started playing really good.
Yeah,
for fantasy points, and I picked him up. And I was like, And now I'm winning that league. So, so everyone got Cowboys. Everyone covered. Yes.
Yeah.
What is it? 11 points.
Yeah.
I'll take no on that one.
Oh,
I'll go against it.
Okay. Wow, brave. It's okay. It doesn't affect you anyway.
Yeah. It don't matter.
And then Niners at Seahawks, and the Niners are 6.5 favorites, and they're the away team. And Geno's hurt.
Damn, I did not know that.
I'm going. Yes, they cover in. I'm going San Francisco.
Yeah, same.
I do too, and I forgot to mention also Kenneth Walker is also hurt with an injury. He may not play. It might be his backup that'll take the reins there. I don't want to say his name wrong because I'm just
Charbonnet.
Okay, I'll say Shamala Ding Dong. So that's a lot better. And fuck it, let's just predict Black Friday. Dolphins at Jets. Tim Boyle's led Jets. Miami's favored by 10 points.
I'm going Jets.
Damn.
I don't know what talking anymore. You said that or your facial.
I'm going Miami, and I'm going yes, they cover.
Yeah,
he has not looked.
Yeah, I haven't seen this backup quarterback yet, but yeah, I got Miami. The Jets just seemed like they're a mess, man. Zach Wilson just couldn't get it done. They finally decided to bench him, and yeah, I don't know if that's going to help much.
Hey, since you're an Aaron Rodgers man, do you think Aaron Rodgers, who's supposed to come back and practice on the first weekend of December, do you think that he'll try to come back and save this team?
I mean, man, that would be crazy for him to come back already off of Achilles injury. But I don't think. I mean, they said he is, but I don't think they're going to be in contention enough for him to even try it this year. You know, I don't think he'll play this year.
For context on that, Jeff, right now in the standings, in the playoff standings for the AFC, they are in 14th place. But mind you, they're only 2 games behind.
Damn.
So
yeah.
AFC is crowded as fuck. There's no real like big leader.
They're not winning this one.
Yeah.
So they'll be 3
games
behind. Yeah.
So then, depending on the 2 above them, obviously you're a few above them. So yeah.
So right now, Buffalo, Indy, Denver, Cincy, Vegas, Chargers are all ahead of them in the standings. But they all have a chance to still go.
That's the crazy part about the AFC every year, though.
Yeah.
Literally, there's always at least one that's like a fucking sleeper that just jumps in. So
yeah.
Well, we were talking about that. The AFC is real stacked, but man, this past week, I guess the 2 weeks they lost 2. Well, yeah, this past week 2 quarterbacks, right? Burrow, and who am I thinking of? And somebody else went
Not
down.
Zach Wilson.
No, I just had it in my head. There is 2 of them, but anyways, yeah. Oh, Cleveland, Watson.
Oh, Watson.
You know, and yeah, and it sucks, right? Because Cleveland has they're talking about having the best defense, right? They might be the number 1 defense in the league, and then just to lose your quarterback. And I mean, yeah, they can win games against Pittsburgh, but they're not going to go deep.
That's the bummer for me is the Ravens. The Ravens have been on a tear, and they just lost their biggest target for the remainder of the season. Like, that sucks. Could you imagine you're pushing the playoffs hard, and then all of a sudden you lose one of your biggest weapons?
Hey, I was going to say that affected in a way the Eagles because they lost Dallas Goedert.
Mm-hmm.
You saw how the passing game wasn't as crisp without a true tight end.
Crazy. Like,
that's a big loss.
Underrated, but man, sometimes
but that Mark Andrews loss, and then how hurt is Odell OBJ?
Dude, they say he landed on his shoulder. Like, I don't know the extent of it.
Yeah, Logan Wilson was really like trying to take out the whole freaking Raven team.
Oh, you almost got Lamar too, man. Damn it, boy.
Yeah, we know how that was going to affect your fantasy league if he took him out. I got 2 this week, by the way, so I'm either screwed or I'm really good. I don't know. So we'll see. But anyways, Jeff, before you got on, me and Trey had come up with a good idea to talk about. We're kind of like I told Alex on Sunday, we're already midway through the actual full season. So, it's 22 weeks of football, right? So we're week 11. By week 22, technically, it's Super Bowl.
Okay.
So a good thing we could talk about right now is where we have our rankings, guys, right? So where we had them ranked up in the beginning of the season, and if we still believe they're in the top 10 now. We're only going to go with the top 10, guys. We're not really going to talk about everybody because that's just too much of a long list to go to. So, Jeff, since you were not part of it, you can pick what you want. You want to go quarterbacks, you want to go running backs, or you want to go wide receivers? Which one do you want to go first?
Oh, okay. So we're picking like which list we're going over?
Yeah, you're going to pick the list.
Oh, let's go with the funnest. Let's go QBs.
All right, QB. So,
Jeff, you need me to pull it up or you got it?
I got it.
Okay.
So, Jeff, your top 10 guys were Mahomes, Rodgers, Burrow, Hurts, Lawrence, Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, and Justin Fields. That was your top 10.
So, yeah.
There's some still in there.
Yeah. Of course.
Half?
Yeah.
Of course, Rodgers' injury, right? So that knocked out Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
In hindsight, Lamar should have been higher. Lamar goes up and down every year. He's having one of the better years, right? Fields, take him out of number 10. He had a good game this last game, but for the whole season, man, he has not looked good. Who else did I have on there?
You had Dak at 9 and Josh Allen at 8.
I like that. I know people are up. Like, it's funny. Everybody's up on Dak right now, right? Like, oh, Dak. But, it's like when they play sorry teams, everybody loves them. And then when they play a challenging team, everybody hates them, right?
Hey, to cut you, not to be rude and cut you off, but I saw a video that they said, Cowboys is still like a number 1 team, blah, blah, blah. And then his rebuttal is they haven't beat a winning team. So if you look at all the people they beat, they're all losing records right now.
Damn. So they haven't beat. That's like Miami.
Technically,
Miami
they
hasn't won a winning
beat
team.
A great team, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when I saw it, I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And that's been the thing, right? So like, yeah, like the schedule gets easy and Dak looks great, right? But then you play San Francisco or somebody with a good defense, and it's a whole different story,
And that's why I have so much praise for the Eagles, right? Because everyone's thinking murderers row. They're not going to compete. 9-1, bitches. There you go.
That's how you know you're legit.
All right, so Jeff, I'm going to ask you: Justin Fields still top 10? The answer is no, right?
No.
Is Dak still top 10?
Yes.
Josh Allen?
I would say yes.
Sounds like you're like at 10 for him.
Yeah, maybe at 10. I would have to go through the list, but
Yeah.
I think he's properly rated right there at 8. I'm pretty sure.
Is Lamar top 10?
Oh, definitely.
Herbert?
I would say yes.
Okay, I think a lot of it has to do with injuries and stuff like that because it ain't the wins. That's for damn
Yeah,
sure.
well, that's the thing about Herbert. Just like with Patty, right? Like, man, they drop passes, right? Like, how many? Like, Eckler fumbled. Quentin Johnson dropped that pass.
Oh my god!
And I was wrong about that one. When we go over receivers, like my biggest mistake was doubting Keenan Allen. Right, he's having a phenomenal year.
You and Trey.
Yeah,
you and Trey.
Yeah, but we can go back and forth with a lot of people. But yeah, for sure, I dogged him. But damn, like he dropped 2 touchdown passes on Sunday. Yeah. And they got field goals out of them or whatever, but still, right? Like, it's just weird.
If you go back at that game too, and it's not a real good excuse, right? Because me and Alex were talking about it on Sunday. The sun in your eye, right? Because where he was getting the ball, because they were both in his chest and hands, but the sun is beaming right into your fucking eye. So I get that part, but still, you're contracted to catch those fucking balls, so you might win the game.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, but I'm still high on Herbert, and of course, I can't believe the coach hasn't been fired yet. I guess they're going to run through the season with him, but they gotta.
You gotta wait, bro, because they're gonna get Belichick.
I heard that rumor.
That'd be insane.
All right, Trevor Lawrence still top 10.
I would,
Jalen Hurts
4 games, but
oh yeah, Jalen Hurts is up there, yes sir.
All right, and mind you, this is only for the 2023 season. Is Joe Burrow top 10?
Shit, I mean, it's kind of like Rodgers. He's hurt, right? Like. I would say for this year, I mean he played hurt for most of the games, and then he looked good, and then he got hurt again. But I would say, he's not going to finish a top 10, right, with his stats or anything. So I would say for this year he's not top 10.
Okay, and then Aaron Rodgers out.
Yeah, but just because of it. We're talking about this year injury, he hasn't even played.
Didn't even get like 4 full snaps.
I think he got 1 pass and maybe.
We said Jalen Hurts, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah.
All right, Trey, you ready for your list?
Yeah, you going 10-1, right?
Yes, sir. Is Dak Prescott a top 10 QB?
Yes.
Is Russell Wilson a top 10 QB?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say 11.
I don't know.
That smile with that mustache.
For your bet, Jeff, you better hope he's 16.
Yeah. I hope so.
And we'll run. We'll
I hope so.
Herbert top 10 to you, Trey.
Yes.
Lawrence.
Yeah, he's cutting the cusp, but yes.
Rodgers obviously dead in the water.
So that was my 6.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
Lamar.
Yes.
Josh Allen.
Again, he's a low one, but yes.
Hey Jeff, you know what? I'll give you props for that one.
Thank you.
He's definitely low top 10 because. In the top 10, because
you're right.
You were the only one that got that one right.
Yeah,
it's bad. And there's a stat. I don't know. Did y'all watch Sunday's episode by chance?
No.
Right? No. There's an interesting stat I want to go butch out that I talked to Alex, and he was like, "What?" Jalen Hurts, obviously. Yes. Joe Burrow.
Yeah. See, I again, that's one of those ones. I really want to say yes because when he is in, he is good. But agreed that the injuries hurt.
It's okay. So like for me, Trey, like the difference between his injury this year and Lamar's injury last year, my biggest key point was like to keep Lamar in the top 10 was by the time Lamar got hurt, he had already set the team to the playoffs essentially.
Yeah.
Where Joe, not even the 4th in the division, right? So it's like, what can you do? Emma Holmes, yes, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my top 10. Let's try. You have it, and you want to ask me?
Yeah. Go. Wait, no, I don't have your top 10.
Okay, so
yeah. Sorry.
So Jose, is Dino a top 10 guy? No, not right now. Is Deshaun Watson a top 10 guy, Jose? No, fuck no, hell no. He's Chris Tucker right now in Rush Hour 2. He's at the fucking massage parlor. Dak Prescott, yes, he is. Aaron Rodgers, no. Trevor Lawrence, yes. Lamar Jackson, yes. Josh Allen, yes. Jalen Hurts, yes. Joe Burrow, y'all know how much I love Joe Burrow. You know how much I love to debate with Alex about it. Fair is fair. He is not top 10 this year. Patrick Mahomes, yes, absolutely. All right, guys. Names that we didn't mention that should be in our top 10. Y'all want to spot anything out? I'll go first.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, no shit.
That's a name. That's a top 10 player. Right now.
I was not expecting him to blow up that much.
Crazy.
So you got CJ Stroud. I got Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
What about Tua?
Yes, Tua deserves. I mean, we all had him back at 11 in the overall.
Yeah, he was probably right there, Tua.
But it was the concussions. Remember, that was our big thing that we were worried about, and thankfully he hasn't had that suffered that shit this year.
Well, he's playing smart this year. He's sliding before he gets to that point.
Okay, let's see how y'all feel. Brock Purdy.
Honestly, yes, he's done decent, bro.
I think. I mean, with him, I mean, he's up there. Don't get me wrong, but it's like we were saying, he needs, because he's still young. He still needs a lot of protection. He can't. If things aren't just set up for him, I see that's where his disadvantage. But I'm pretty sure he's going to get there. You know what I mean?
Honestly, his poise is kind of there.
No, he's good. He's good.
Said the where it really screwed him was Trent Williams being out because he didn't have time in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that he has time, dude, he's picking people apart and he's throwing dimes, bro.
No, he's good.
That one to Ayuk was beautiful.
Even though the coach said, "Don't ever do that again."
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice.
If we go back to our consensus rankings, there's 3 guys we knocked off. Essentially, CJ Stroud, Jared Goff, and Tua would take those spots. I think Brady's more at 11.
11 right there.
And the only reason I have him at 11, and I would say, is because he did still have those 3 games, right?
Yeah.
Despite because injuries happen all the time. We can't,
Yeah.
But CJ Stroud is fucking playing with a bunch of.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna have a stout offensive line your whole career, right? There's gonna be years where you got shit and you got to make it work. But San Francisco's in contention. They got the offensive line, so yeah, he's fine. And I think he'll be a long-lasting top 10 QB in the future. But yeah, he's just not there yet.
How far do y'all have CJ Stroud? I know he threw 3 picks this weekend. How far high or how close is he for the MVP? I would say MVP.
I honestly think he could do it. I really fucking do. That kid is putting up solid numbers.
Mm-hmm.
They would have to win the division to get it for him to get it, though.
Yeah, but that's their only downfall. But man, the way he's playing, dude, is think about it, dude. If you said that was Mahomes' numbers, stats wise, you'd probably be like, "Holy shit, this is Mahomes." Yeah. Now I'm not comparing him. I'm sorry, Marco.
Especially like with who he has, right? That's what they were talking about Emmanuel Ocho. About what do you want to say?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, no. You know what, Trey? Mahomes was impressive his first year as a starter, right? It's not his rookie year.
True.
This is CJ Stroud's rookie year, and he's not playing with a Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill.
No.
So you're not wrong in that aspect, bro.
Yeah. He's playing with Noah Brown, Nico Collins.
Hey, he's making Noah Brown.
Tank Dell.
He's making Noah Brown look real good.
And that's what they were saying, that Dak couldn't do nothing with Noah. And now look at CJ.
I actually was hoping he would do good soon.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what, Jeff? I don't think it's that he didn't do well with Dak. I think the stupidity part, and it's part on Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy, is that when Michael Gallup came back in, they were like, "Well, focus on him more. Try to get him back into reps more, rather than continuing on what Noah Brown was doing impressively last year."
And that's why
I can see that.
Like when Gallup was out, he was actually doing pretty decent. Like it wasn't great, but
yeah. And I bet you they wish they still had him rather than Gallup. Gallup is pretty much done, right? Is that what we're on consensus with that?
You don't pay a man that's coming off an ACL tear and say you're going to be a solid wide receiver too.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck if Jerry Jones is finally getting Johnson.
I can't believe that, but I am worried about that. I ain't gonna lie. I that's what I'm worried about.
Well, first off, we have to have a time machine because it's in 1923.
Yeah, 1923. But yeah, that might break the curse, right? That might break because they're saying that the Cowboys been cursed ever since then. I mean, granted they won the year after that, but that was still the same team. but they haven't done shit since then.
Is that going to make Dak a top 5 quarterback in your eyes if he wins?
Eesh, oh man, I won't even be on here if Dak wins. I'm going into hiding. Oh, I do not want to see that day.
I mean, this is your year though. Does that mean this is their year then?
I thought it was kind of sus that they're doing that. What is it? December 30th. They're putting them in like why now out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It is.
Super Bowl.
Hey, if they win, conspiracy, baby.
Don't believe in conspiracies, bro. Trust me.
Maybe he's trying to break the juju. He wants to win bad. I don't know what's going on there.
Delusional, but
all right. So this is, mind you guys, this is RB1s. This is what we went with when we did this. It's RB1. So Jeff, your RB1s were I'll count it. I'll say them and you just tell me if they're still top 10. Okay.
Okay.
Is Jonathan Taylor top 10?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I haven't watched the coach that much. I know his production's been a little better since he's like kind of weaving in, but this year I would say no.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is Tony Pollard top 10?
No. That's been disappointing about him that he wasn't able to prove it this year.
I actually have a said one too, but
yeah.
Is Kenneth Walker top 10 RB1?
I think so.
Yeah. Brees Hall.
Yes. Dude, their offense is
it's Brees Hall.
Is Brees Hall. If they had just imagine because I got Brees Hall in my other league and I'm doing good in that league. And man, I'm like, man, should I start him? He gets the only touchdown for them. And if they had a competent quarterback, you can only imagine that offense with Brees Hall back there. I mean, it would be crazy. So I got love for Brees Hall.
I have him in one league too, and then right there he's ranked 12. So
12 with no quarterback. That's insane.
Saquon Barkley.
Man, I would say he's still up there.
I mean, you saw what he did this past weekend. This man's still a stud.
Yeah.
And they paid Daniel Jones. How's that going? Tommy DeVito in years. I forgot what the exact time is the first Giants QB to throw 3 touchdowns in years.
Wow, the 3 touchdown game.
Yes, Daniel Jones has not done that.
And in nowadays football, that's kind of low.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, Daniel Jones hasn't done that. He's just been running or giving to Saquon. That's it. Derrick Henry.
I'm gonna have to say, what did he end up with this last week with 30 yards? I'll say no. I don't know if it's the team or what, but not this year.
For real, it's like they changed their entire pattern. Like,
I get he's getting older, but come on.
Yeah,
but you still.
And that team, man, I don't know what's up with that team.
Josh Jacobs.
I would say, man, that team's rough too, but I got Josh Jacobs is still there. Okay. I would say he's 10.
Okay. Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb, man, you know what? Like, what's this? Is he hurt this year? Has he been playing?
This man, he tore more than that. He tore a lot of.
Oh yeah, the injury, yeah.
You know how your knee go like this? Well, he went like this.
Yeah, I remember that. So I guess since we're doing the injury thing, this year, of course not. He's been hurt. No. Yeah.
And then Austin Eckler.
Man. So Eckler has been, I know he was injured early in the season, and man, I think he's in the contract year, and I think it's really bugging him. He appears on this show weekly. It's called God Bless Football. It's part of the Dan Le Batard show. Okay. And I think he's a little on his head because it's a contract year. He's coming up with fumbles. He's trying to pad stats. Man, is he a top 10 Eckler? He had a horrible game this past game. I would say yes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then
no love for Eckler, Trey.
Hadn't been there this year, man.
Who's number 1?
You had Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much,
Yeah. So, all right. Trey, number 10, Alexander Madison.
I said I had a funny one. I really thought he was going to do something, bro. Hey, at least he was my kid, though. Let's be realistic.
Yeah. Hey, you're hoping.
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that's still a lot of high praise, bro.
Come on. He's had some decent games, but yes, he is not what I expected to happen.
Look, bro, this is the 5 you have below him: Brees Hall, Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, Damian Pierce, and Travis Etienne.
Yeah, Travis needs to get up there.
Solid burn.
Austin Eckler.
Man, I really don't think so. I really don't.
You would have to do the list, right, to see where he's at right now. I would have to do the list.
If I'm putting him out, which I think I am, I'm putting him at like 11 or 12. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
He
And he did miss some games.
If we're just going by rushing yards, he's 35th right now in the season.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then as far as receiving, because that's his other specialty.
Yeah.
Just to be frank, because I don't know if I got enough time to really look it all up. He's not even in the top 50, I believe, of that. So
wow.
Yeah. Tony Pollard.
Nope.
Aaron Jones.
Nope.
Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor. He also started the season injured.
Yeah.
Outside his contract beef.
I'm going to say yes, but low fringe.
Okay. Josh Jacobs?
No.
Really? He stepped up. Fantasy, your favorite. He's number 5
right
right
now. Last year when he killed it. Yeah, for sure. I have a feeling. No,
I'm gonna see. Where is he?
Some of these teams kill their players, man.
God, dude.
He's number 7 in rushing, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah, Jacobs is still up there.
It started slow because it's McDaniels, and then they realized, you know what?
Yeah, but he also hasn't had many touchdowns either. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. But he's been having yards.
Yeah.
And then it's just when they play a good team, they get shut down. You know what I mean? But that's not his fault, man. Like, it's that fucking team, dude.
But I'll give you that. The team does suck ass. Continue.
Yeah.
He's tied for 12 in touchdowns. That makes you feel a little bit better. Christian McCaffrey, obviously.
And I am at 3. Holy shit.
Yeah. Derrick Henry?
Huh. No.
That's why. It's because Derrick Henry was. And then Nick Chubb. RIP.
He would have. He was having a hell of a season.
Yeah, so like Chubb is a top 10 running back, but this year because of injury, he's not, right?
Yeah,
like,
he was still having a hell of a season. Like that's
yeah.
Yeah, because I told Alex on Sunday, like if Chubb was around, Myles Garrett and Chubb would carry the team on its own. Now it's just Myles Garrett carrying the team. But
God should turn the injuries off in Madden.
All right. Jose Kenneth Walker III. Yes. Tony Pollard. No. Aaron Jones. No. Josh Jacobs. Yes. Jonathan Taylor. No. Austin Eckler. No.
Damn.
Saquon Barkley. Yes. Christian McCaffrey. Yes. Derrick Henry. No. Nick Chubb. Forever. I'm not.
Man, that's so crazy though. All these top tier running backs. Just
yeah. Hey, before I forget, you were gonna say a stat about Josh Allen. You said you told Alex on Sunday.
Yes. I should have. Right. Okay. So in the past 3 years, so you know how that they made a big thing about Josh Allen's interceptions, that he's been leading the league since 2018, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was looking it up, and I still don't know why I have a championship belt on me, but it's whatever. Let me take this off. 20 pounds, been carrying that shit this whole time. So in the last 3 years, Jeff, I looked and I was like, I was looking at Mac's shit, right? Mac Jones, because I was gonna just go off and talk shit about him. But I saw something interesting. In the last 3 years, can you name me the top 5 guys who've thrown the most picks? So Josh Allen, clearly, he's been leading since 2018. Yeah, so who are numbers 2 through 5?
Let me see.
Just throw some names.
I heard something about this.
Just throw some names.
Yeah.
Don't look it up, Jeff.
I'm just looking at teams. I'm just looking at teams just to give me.
The last 3 years?
Yeah. Like overall, who do you think has been like top 5? And I'm
just gonna throw some names. Derek Carr there.
He's number 2.
Number 2, Derek Carr.
Yeah.
What about
number 2? Okay.
Does Herbert throw picks?
Herbert's number 6.
6, okay.
Russ threw a lot of picks last year.
Mm-hmm.
Russ isn't on there?
Russ? No, he's not on the list.
Oh, yeah. Isn't Patty on there?
Patty's number 3.
Number 3. And because it's just quarterbacks that throw a lot. So what about Burrow?
No.
Burrow's not on there? Damn.
Goff? No. I think Goff.
Trevor.
No, he was number 8. Trevor Lawrence is number 8.
Who else?
So you're missing 4 and 5.
Who, Tannehill?
Huh? Tannehill? No.
Allen's 1. Who'd you say is 2?
Carr.
Carr.
3 is Mahomes.
Zach Wilson?
3 is Mahomes. Zach Wilson's not on the list.
And then we had 5 too, right? No, you said
You
6.
need 4 and 5. You need 4 and 5. Let me look it up so I can get y'all.
A-Raj?
A-Rod is no. He throws the ball away more. He doesn't really throw picks.
I guess, yeah.
How about Lamar don't throw too many picks, right?
Gunslingers. Think gunslinger.
Yeah, gunslingers, yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else. Gunslinger.
Russell Wilson?
No, Russell Wilson.
Damn.
Dak? See Dak?
Oh, Dak.
Dak is number 9. So for all the shit everyone gave Dak for last year, he's only 9 in this list.
Fuck, who else is a gunslinger that would throw? Kirk?
Kirk is not. I mean, he's like barely in the top 15.
Damn. So you said Allen, Burrow, Mahomes.
No,
Matt Stafford?
Allen Carr, Mahomes. And Stafford's number 4. Who's number 5? Who's number 5? Okay. He's looking for number 5. He's only been in the league for 3 years.
I can't think of who.
Baker?
No, he's been here in the league since 2018.
Yeah, I was like, Baker's been for a minute.
It's been that long with Baker?
3 years.
3 years. I'll find him right now. Obviously not Geno Smith.
No.
Mac?
Who?
Mac?
Yeah, Mac is number 5.
Okay, I thought we said him already.
No. Oh, I was saying I was looking up stats for Mac.
That's why, yeah. But yeah, I was about to say him earlier. But yeah,
Burrow's number 7, and like I said, Trevor Lawrence number 8. Matt Ryan's number 10, even though he hasn't been in the league this year.
Read off the top 5 again. I'm gonna.
Josh Allen, Derek Carr, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, who missed almost all of last year, by the way, and Mac Jones.
Damn.
Y'all. Hey, by the way, y'all figured it out quicker than Alex did.
Yeah.
But the reason I thought it was so interesting is because we have so much love for a lot of good quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, but he's in the top 3 of this own list, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, he just got himself tied to second after last night's pick in the red zone or the end zone, I can say.
Yeah.
So,
jeez.
For as much as we'd like to talk shit about Josh Allen throwing picks and really not shitting on Dak about picks more than we should, Mahomes is right up there, and hell, Stafford was way up there because he missed into almost half the season last year, and he's number 4 on this list. So,
yeah,
damn.
And then look at Mac. Mac's only been here for 3 years, benched like 4 times already in his career, and he's got the 5th most picks in the shit.
That's why I feel so bad about Zach Wilson, bro. Benched, and then benched again because you get A-Rod, and then benched again. Like,
yeah.
Brutal,
but now they
bro.
like to throw stats around, like, yeah, Josh Allen's throwing the most picks, right? Like this season, and they don't tell you 2, 3, and 4, like right behind them, right? Yeah. And then I saw they're trying to hype up Josh Allen. It was like a Bills website, that he's throwing the most touchdown passes this year, so it's like,
But he hasn't even thrown the most yards.
What do you see?
But anyways, that's disgusting. All right, so we've gone through running backs and quarterbacks. It's time for the main event, wide receivers.
This one's gonna be weird.
All right, Jeff, you ready for this one? I know how much you love him.
Garrett Wilson.
No. Well,
I'm gonna lose a bet. Son of a bitch.
All right, Debo.
No.
Yeah, because I think Ayuk stole his spot.
Who?
I think Ayuk.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. He's the most skilled, best receiver on that team now. I mean, Debo ain't bad, right? But obviously, he's the leader.
Yeah.
Ayuk.
Stephon Diggs.
Man, I think he's good, but man, with that, I don't know. He has that's why I was kind of down on him last year. His production was down, but that team, I just think they need a new direction. But I'm gonna say off of this year, no.
Garrett Wilson.
You can't say his name this year. He needs a quarterback.
That's right, Trey. You can't say his name. CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb, I think he's
Number
climbing
one.
up there. He's climbing up the charts.
Number one, baby.
And it's funny because even during the draft, I was like, damn, I kind of put him kind of high. But damn, he's doing all right.
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, I'm gonna give it to AJ Brown. He's a big receiver, and they're able to dominate a lot of teams and get by a lot of teams because of his size.
D Hop.
No.
Oh, R.I.P. D Hop. Anytime you go to Tennessee, R.I.P. Travis Kelce. Because we're talking about pure receivers. Sorry, I should have clarified. Top receiver of each team. That's how we're ranking.
Oh, that's how we did it. Top receiver of each team.
Yeah.
Remember, KC had no receivers.
Yeah.
So.
Nah, I would probably put Kelce up there. Yeah, I would say he's top 10.
Jamar Chase.
Man, that's a hard one. Man, this year he's had been quiet and then he's been loud. He would probably still crack the top 10. I would have to do the list. I would think
he is number 9 in yards this season.
Okay, yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, so
I'll say yeah.
So he's not doing bad, and that's with 6 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, even though he's been out since like week 5.
Yeah, of course. I would still, even with what he did in those 5 games, I would say yes.
Yeah, dude, that dude was
averaging like 149 or something like that.
Yeah, 150. Like we're talking about how impressive Tyreek Hill's numbers have been, bro.
Which they are.
Imagine that race this year between them two. It would have been insane.
Nuts, dude.
Oh man.
And then Tyreek Hill.
Of course. Yeah.
That was your number 1, and clearly he's been going off. So respect to that. Yeah. All right, Trey, you ready for yours? Devontae Adams.
Pass.
They're like pass.
No.
All right, Deebo Samuel.
No.
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, but he's on the fringe.
Garrett Wilson.
Yes.
What?
Try to sneak one in there.
I tried hard. No.
You reminded me that we made a bet on Garrett Wilson, Jeff.
Y'all did?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking about that.
I didn't know about that. What was the bet?
That he was going to be top 10.
Damn, I mean, that's one of the bets you make where, like, the injury just kills it, right? And that's what happens,
Yep.
He didn't even get 4 plays in before that bet was over.
It's kind of like that whole Burrow thing, right? They were like Dave Portnoy was all mad, right? Because he betted a bunch of money and they didn't expose that injury to his wrist, and then
it's true though.
That is true, and they might get in trouble for that. That's weird that they didn't say it when he had a wristband on, right? With that long sleeve. Like, what were they?
They were like, it's just a compression sleeve.
Yeah.
It wants to be the best part.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Trey? Sorry, you're cutting out.
And then they promoted it on their page, which was the best part.
Yeah.
Look at Joe with his wristband. AJ Brown.
Yes.
Cooper Kupp. Man, that was injured all year.
I know, but it's crazy because the games he normally does play, besides this last 1 or 2, like he still kills it. Man, I'm gonna put him at the bottom. I have to.
Okay.
Yes.
Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
Jamar Chase.
Huh.
Where's Chase on yards? You got the list right there?
Yeah.
He has 833.
Okay, that's not bad.
Like I said, he's 9.
He's 19. Yeah, so he's still there.
Okay. Justin Jefferson.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm saying like again, it's just injuries. But yes, what he did those first few games is unstoppable.
He, by the way, just to give you guys a little more context again, he is number 33 as far as yards, but that's 571. Like that's still above Godwin, Lockett, Mark Andrews, and Cortland Sutton. He's above all those.
Hey.
And then for me, I had D Hop. Nope, dead. Terry McLaurin. Still a fucking awesome guy, but
yeah.
But I mean, I don't think he's been balling out as much as I thought he would this year. So, no. AJ Brown, arguably top 2. Really? Travis Kelce, yes. Stephon Diggs, yes. Jamar Chase, yes. Cooper Kupp, I'm gonna say no because he only had like 2 explosive games since he came back, and after that, low ankle sprain. Tyreek Hill, number 1. Devontae Adams, oh man, it's not even Devontae Adams' fault. It's Jimmy Garoppolo, Aiden O'Connell, Brian Hoyer. Like, what are we doing? Like,
yeah, and that's why I think next year with the list, it's kind of like what we're talking about right now, 2023. Like, it's kind of like a list 2024 with their current. Like, I think you got to take account for the current situation that they're in. Yeah. Who's their quarterback? You know what I mean? Not just straight up, like legit, just a player, right? Player by itself. No, it's like, how do you think they're gonna do this year with fucking, Garoppolo as their quarterback?
Yeah, Garoppolo's not going to be at the league basically next year. And then Justin Jefferson, yes. I mean, I don't care how long he's been out. Once he comes back, monster again. Y'all know the surprising names that are in the top 10?
Okay.
Yeah. Ayuk at 10.
Damn.
Chase, 9. DJ Moore at 8.
Wow.
Honestly, yeah, that was exciting.
Stephon Diggs at 7. Mind you, this is just yardage. I'm not
yardage.
Everything. Puka Nakua is number 6.
Took Cup's spot. Kind of like Ayuk.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a good one, though.
And you're high on him, too, just not high enough. That dude is.
I didn't think that they would be that explosive again. You know what I mean? Like,
I told y'all, I felt like, even because I know Trey was like looking at me sideways when I put him above Garrett, and I was like, dude, like, this guy's route running, his hands just spectacular. And so I'm glad he's able to show it out and prove that. And I'm glad I was able to get him in the last minute trade deadline fantasy last week. Keenan Allen's at 4, CeeDee Lamb at 3. Actually, CeeDee Lamb and AJ Brown are now tied 4 yards, so they're both in second actually. But AJ Brown you can call edge out because he has 1 more touchdown than CeeDee Lamb. And then Tyreek Hill is at number 1 with he's ahead of both of those guys by 200 yards.
Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah, so
a full fucking game and a half.
Yes, sir. So
actually shit.
That's some good shit, guys. I mean, obviously rankings are gonna change. It's freaking opinionated. Everything happens. We can't predict the fucking future, but obviously we went with what we could with the best information, full health and everything at the time. And then Aaron Rodgers died. So other than that, y'all got anything more to say before we close out this episode, guys? Before we head to Thanksgiving weekend.
So if we're gonna end it, I thought we were gonna talk. I had to talk about Wemby for a while, but we can save that for another day. The Spurs. I don't know what's going on.
What's going to talk about, Jeff? We haven't won since we beat the Suns like 3 weeks ago, bro.
Yeah, I think the one thing that why are they struggling? Right. Obviously, we don't have a lot of depth, right? But if Vassell ain't playing, we pretty much got a low percentage chance of winning. He's our most efficient scorer.
I told y'all this is why they paid him, because he's fucking the best two-way player.
Yeah,
look how they are without him.
It just sucks that he's been. I think his little setback early on, his little injuries have really cost us big time. Right, he comes back for a game and it misses 2 more. Like, just rest him and get him better. But yeah, and it's the depth, right? Like, Collins has surprised me. He's playing all right, but then after that, right, it's like, damn, no bench at all. And it's weird because we got all them picks. And we traded away some little pieces that we could have held on to and last year. And it's like, okay, we got all these picks and stuff. Let's do something. Let's get a point guard. Let's do something. Get some help. Like, I know we're just learning, and I get it, right? We're developing. Pop's not worried about winning right now. He just wants to develop. But yeah, it would be a little bit more fun if we're, just a little bit more competitive,
Oh, you're a terrible fan.
Do you want them to continue with Jeremy Sohan as the point guard still? Because I've been hating that shit since from the get-go.
I mean, in our current situation, that's all we can do, right? Because we can't play Trey Jones as the point guard the whole game, right? So what else can we do?
Oh, but you can start him instead. But I did hear this from one of the TikTok Spurs pods that I follow, and they were like, it might not look good right now with Sohan being the point guard, but those fundamentals of being a passer first guy will be, big in the future. And for me, I'm like, but we're also putting Trey Jones on the back burner because now we're making him come off the bench. and we're trying not to hurt either Sohan or Keldon's feelings because we're gonna have to put one of them in the bench, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if once we have a full squad, because if it's Trey Jones, if it's Devin Vassell at the 2, Wemby at the 4, and Zach Collins at the 5, it's either gonna be Sohan or Keldon at the 3, and you can't put both of them, obviously. So
Yeah.
you don't
and then they say like that our best lineup is with Trey Jones and Wemby playing at the same time because he has a little bit more, like better organized ball, and that they only play 14 minutes a game together. And yeah, like you're saying, like, yeah, they should play a little bit more together right now. But yeah, and it is like we are developing. It'll be good for Germany in the long run. And I'm pretty sure it's hard to watch, but I'm still watching it. It's still fun to watch. And he had 8 blocks the other day. Like, you see some great things. I just wish that we had some wins to go along with it.
He does lead the team with 18.6 points a game. Devin, even though he's only played 9 games, he got 17.3. I think the only thing that's like kind of surprising me is just the whole Sohan thing, but the bench is what it is. It's not that great of a sub bench. I kind of want Mamu out there a little more,
Hey, but how does that work? So Chet, he's technically a rookie, even though he was hurt all last year. But to me, that he's not a rookie. They're head to head right now in the rookie race.
I don't disagree that far as far as like he's had the more time to learn under NBA umbrella, but
work out more,
Yeah, and obviously you saw his rookie year pictures to now he's built up his body a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey,
but where I was getting to was this. I wanted to talk about UTSA just real quick. I hate this Black Friday game at 2:00 on Friday. Miami's a good team. I want to watch them. It is against the Jets. Hopefully they just blow them out because at 2:30 on ABC, UTSA is playing at Tulane. Winner makes the AAC championship, and it's a rare occasion where you got 2 defending champs. Tulane won the AAC last year when U of H was in it, when everybody was in it. They're the defending champs, and UTSA won the Conference USA last year. So you got 2 defending champs playing together, and the winner plays SMU in the AAC championship game, which is on the following Saturday. So this Friday, 2:30 ABC. Show some love. Watch UTSA while you're eating some leftover turkey. Huh?
Do you work for them or what?
So I was thinking, man, we could have done something like we did.
He's wearing this shirt. He's like promoting.
It's UTSA week. I wanted to do a little thing. Remember, I told y'all that one week when it was Halloween. When it was Halloween, I was Cookie Monster. I wanted to wear my Cookie Monster helmet and like go off on UTSA and get that circulating because and it worked out. Like that at that point, we were still like in the muck, dude. UTSA's defense has come alive. Frank Harris has come alive. He came off all those injuries. Last game, he went crazy. He had 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns. He accounted for over 500 yards and broke a UTSA record. He was like a college football player of the week last week. So it's crazy because we started off the season horrible. I think we were 1-3, and then we're still undefeated in conference play. We're in the running for like longest conference wins, without a loss or whatever in a row. And so like I think even Tulane is ranked 23 or 24. I think UTSA is going to beat them, but right now SMU looks like the favorite. The SMU looks good, and SMU is going to the ACC next year. So they got into that league or that whatever. So they're leaving. So I would want to whoop their ass on the way out. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. So this Friday, 2:30. It's our first time on ABC.
Tulane is ranked number 23.
23.
And they have as far as ESPN analytics, they have a 59.4% chance of winning. So it's not that far off.
Yeah, they're only favored by 3. I think it's 3.5 now. If I was a betting man, I would put money on UTSA to win straight up. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be good.
Okay.
Yep, it's 3.5.
Hey, so we were speaking about Wemby, did y'all see what came through just a little bit ago?
No. I haven't seen shit.
A jersey worn in the second half of his first game against the Mavericks. His jersey sold for $762,000 at auction.
Motherfucker.
Man. Like, I don't know who buys that.
So it says
rich people.
Pre-auction estimates that it was going to be between 80 and 120. So he beat that more than 5.
Like, who the hell would pay that much for that?
Also says that the sum is a record for any NBA debut jersey and one of the highest tallies in modern era. A month after Zion Williamson's jersey sold, it was sold for $80,000.
Wow,
Jeff, you don't do auctions? Because I never did before, and I still haven't technically.
Mhm.
But like last month, Fanatics had a bunch of like vintage Patriots jerseys, like Richard Seymour, Vince Wilfork, Ty Law,
Damn.
all this shit. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait till the last day, and then I'm gonna see how high they bump up before if I decide I'm gonna do it or not. Fuck
Yeah.
no, I was like, okay, I'm moving. I got it.
Were they signed or anything, or what were they? They were just
No game worn jerseys. They
Oh
were just game worn.
damn, that's dope.
Like they have the,
So
the
you went to the
original
last-
30 total.
Yeah.
So Wimby was 762,000. Number 2, Scoot was 19,000, and Brandon Miller was 27,000.
Wow.
Scoot's ass. Respect.
I saw that.
Yeah, I got a list ready for James. Don't tell him. Scoot right now is 25th ranked rookie.
I mean, this man said, I want the most valuable point guard. It's like, no. Like right now, look, this is an autograph photo, bro. This is going for 2,500 right now.
Damn.
Of MJ.
Right.
And then there's a Jason Tatum Jordans going on for 1,000 right now.
Buy it, bro. I know.
No, I'm not buying shit.
So they just have some auction on some old shit that they got, huh?
Yeah.
Fanatics has a lot of stuff, dude. That's where I bought a lot of my memorabilia.
They own all the fucking sports world right now. I mean, that's all.
Mm.
If you can't, I mean, Lids, if you want to go to Lids hat store, you can just buy online through Fanatics. Same shit, bro. But all right, guys, I think that's all we got for tonight. I promised y'all an hour. I know Trey's got more stuff to do. I got more packing to do myself. Jeff, happy to have you back on.
Mhm.
I hope you're ready for next week's defensive draft.
I'll be ready with Trey's list.
I'll think my list.
Yeah, we'll combine your defensive team with your not top 10 team.
I got a good NFL squad.
I'm not gonna lie, I just remember Rodgers and Megatron. And that's it. I don't remember your team
Megatron.
at all.
Fitz and Andre and Jim Brown.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching live or on demand, however you're listening. Whether it was Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, or you're watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching, or Twitch. And I didn't even put on Twitter today. Thank you for watching us. Follow us at Puro Pinche Sports, Pinche Sports Pod. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. We truly appreciate it. For Jeff D, Dildo, Dog, Depressed, Luhan, for Shave Trigger Trey Parker, I am Jose Garza. We are Puro Pinche Sports. Happy Thanksgiving, and we are out.